Looking for an easy way to bake bread? Need another gadget for your kitchen? The Hamilton Beach bread machine promises to fill your house with the smell of fresh bread, all with the help from this little simple machine. But does it work? Let's try it. The Hamilton Beach bread machine comes in at around $100 and comes with 2 paddle attachments for the mixer. It was pretty easy to set up. Just rinse off the parts and do a quick bake to burn off any weirdness. First up, we decided to try making normal white bread. We followed the instructions from the manual and placed our ingredients in the way it suggested. Liquids, then dry. With a little nest in the flour for the yeast. We turned on the machine and away it went. After about 3 hours of waiting, the final beep of completion alerted us that the bread was ready. And the house smelled like delicious fresh bread. But the loaf we were left with was a heavy, thick brick. It left us to troubleshoot. Was it the yeast or the flour? As we contemplated that, we moved on to some gluten-free bread. The directions and process for this were a lot more complicated, and the finished results was some gluten-free bread, but it was a little dense. Finally, we went back to the regular white bread recipe and decided to try it with bread flour. This seemed to do the trick by producing a nice big fluffy loaf of white bread. It took some playing and adjusting, but the Hamilton Beach bread machine is fully capable of making fresh bread. Now if we could find a way to make it measure all the ingredients for us. So, the results. The positives. It makes fresh bread. It's easy to use, easy to clean. And the negatives. Finding the perfect ingredients and recipe is a learning experience. It takes up a lot of counter space. Overall, we felt the Hamilton Beach bread machine can save you some dough in the long run if you like fresh made bread or have dietary restrictions. Since this met all of its claims, we rate this as a buy-in.